episode.
I know, he didn't have to go that hard.
Welcome to Ring Talk.
Welcome to Ring Talk.
Magic Tyler, Caysen Smith. And we are back.
We are back.
And we got a good one. We got
we got a lot. We'll be starting off with the first SmackDown post Elimination Chamber. So that means Randy Orton.
Yep.
That means Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And then we got Raw from Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So, and that included obviously Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, Steel Cage.
I feel like that main event was insane. Even besides from what happens at the end.
Yeah. And then obviously we got NXT Roadblock to talk about. So plenty to discuss. Yeah. Let's get it started. Let's dive right into it.
Let's start SmackDown, man.
SmackDown, March 7th.
With Randy Orton.
Randy Orton sounding off on both John Cena and Kevin Owens.
Which, first of all, I think this is definitely set up for John Cena and Randy Orton.
One last time.
Do
you think they're going to have just one more match together, or do you think they'll have multiple matches in John Cena's?
This is his last year, and I feel like if we're going to get, like...
They're going to try and get him to work with as many people as possible.
Right.
Probably.
But
they're going to save that for a big event.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure, maybe SummerSlam or something like that.
SummerSlam or something. Maybe John Cena's the champ by then. Because maybe he beats Cody at Mania.
I think he should.
I think he will.
I think he should. Well, every single time we say something like that, we're like, I think he will. Triple H decides to pull something out of his butt.
Yeah.
And make something else happen.
Yeah.
Like Bianca Belair winning the Elimination Chamber. That was not expected.
No. But Randy Orton going off on John Cena, saying basically that John Cena is The Rock's you-know-what.
Right. And I'm not going to say Randy's wrong.
No.
Randy is... He's still that guy, man.
He's still that guy.
Still that guy.
But then we get to the meat and potatoes of it all. Randy Orton calling out Kevin Owens. We saw what happened at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
It's going down. And most likely, obviously, WrestleMania. And I see Randy Orton picking up this W.
I see why. I don't see why not. If we're setting up for Randy and John Cena, we gotta give Randy a reason to go after John Cena.
So Sami Zayn, we didn't see him at all these three shows. Do you think we're not going to see him? Do you think they're going to give him a break?
Didn't they say he was injured or something?
Maybe.
I think they did.
But maybe that's so they can give him time off or something.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see Sami.
And I could see him maybe showing up at Mania and costing Kevin Owens that match with Randy. Because that was what we've discussed in previous episodes. It's clear that they're doing Kevin Owens and Randy Orton at Mania. What do you do with Sami Zayn? Kind of. There's really, I don't see much for him.
I feel like if he does show up, it's going to be during that match. And he'll cost it. But I don't see anything with him before Mania at all.
Yeah. First match of the night was Tiffany Stratton defeating Piper Niven. Tiffany's proven to us that it's still Tiffy time.
Yeah, she proved it after their little thing in the locker room in the back. Mm-hmm. And after Tiffany won, I'm pretty sure Charlotte Flair came out.
Yeah, Charlotte Flair came out, took out Tiffany Stratton.
Took out her legs.
Mm-hmm. Put it in that figure 8 lock.
Yep.
This is a match that could potentially steal the show, I'm going to say, at Mania.
You've also said that about Jay and Jimmy Uso.
Jay and Jimmy Uso last year?
Yeah.
Well...
And that was probably the worst match of all time.
Well, they should... not all time. It wasn't... It was probably the worst match of Mania. Quality-wise. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you remember, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, their match? You can argue stole the show that night.
Yeah.
Next match was a triple threat number 1 contenders tag team match. You had Pretty Deadly, Motor City Machine Guns, and Los Garza.
Dude.
And Pretty Deadly picking up the W.
After a little... flip pin kind of
thing. Hey, I'm for it. Give it to him. Pretty
Deadly's putting a lot into the company. I think...
Give him a shot.
Give him a shot. I still don't think they're going to win, though.
No.
I think it will be Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford taking that.
Taking the titles from...
Yeah, taking that titles.
From DIY.
Street Profits.
And then we get to one of the biggest moments of the night, probably Naomi admitting to being Jade Cargill's attacker. It's not like it was a shocker. We all saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah.
But Bianca Belair, pretty distraught.
Right.
After.
Right.
Heartbroken.
And then after Bianca Belair leaves crying, Jade Cargill comes out and beats the crap
and whoops
out of
up
Naomi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we
Naomi
need to
too
say.
slow. Naomi too slow.
I mean, with that whole thing around her neck,
it's just hard to move around.
She's probably really hurt right now.
Yeah. It's hard to move around.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa ends in a no contest. Do you think they're going, when it comes to Solo, do you think they're working towards him and Jacob Fatu going one-on-one?
I think so. I don't know.
Because when it comes to this new bloodline, Jacob Fatu's kind of...
He's taken over.
He's gotten the most out of this. He's become the biggest star.
And they've also been teasing it a little as well that those two will go after each other. I don't know if it will be a Mania. I think it should be a Mania.
I think it should be a Mania.
But
yeah,
I feel like at some point we need that to happen.
Mm-hmm. Chelsea Green defeated Michin in a street fight in a Women's United States Championship match with the help of Alba Fire.
Yeah.
The new Secret Hervis.
Yeah, and she was doing this and stuff.
Pledge allegiance.
Yeah.
To the United States champion, Chelsea Green.
I mean,
this was the third match between Chelsea Green and Michin, I believe. So all I'm going to say is, Michin, you've had your shot.
Yeah. I think Michin should have won it maybe at some point. Because I don't know. This is going to be the last time we'll see her getting the chance like this.
I think, yeah.
But with that being said, who do you think is the next contender? Do you think maybe Alba Fire pulls a string?
No, I think she'll chill out with Chelsea Green for a little bit.
Because they took out Isla Dawn, right? She's gone.
Isla Dawn, they released her.
Yeah.
Who's on the SmackDown on the women's side is there? You got... I mean, I don't see them breaking up Piper Niven at all.
Right.
You got Nia Jax over there. You got Candice LeRae.
Do you think maybe Piper Niven will get mad that she's kind of getting replaced? Kind of.
I could see that being a scenario.
Yeah.
Possibly, and that's how they try and help push Piper Niven a little bit.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I don't know. There's maybe we get a little Wyatt Six stuff.
Maybe with Nikki Cross
Alexa Bliss.
And Alexa Bliss is there too. I forgot. Yeah. Which they were not on the show.
Yeah,
It's good to point that out.
Yeah. Especially after a performance that Alexa Bliss pulled out. I think she deserves a lot more screen time after that performance.
Yeah, and I think people are wanting some Wyatt Six stuff.
Yeah, and they're not giving us it.
They're not giving it to us. But you know what they are giving to us? Cody Rhodes every single week. And he came out and he told John Cena that if he wants some, come and get some.
He's basically, isn't that a line that John Cena used? Oh, yeah.
He's saying the champ is here, and if he wants some, come get some.
He's basically saying, I've taken your role, John Cena.
He's the champ.
Because doesn't he quote John Cena at Raw as well?
Maybe, I don't remember.
I think he does at some point.
But Cody Rhodes with the black eye from Travis Scott.
Yeah. That's what people are saying.
I mean, that's where he hit him.
Yeah. Dude. If you watch the video and look at John Cena's face whenever he hits him, he's like,
dang. Next match was Drew McIntyre defeating Jimmy Uso. I feel like we've gotten this match a few times over the last few months.
At the end of the day, Jimmy Uso is just out of it,
It's just, I don't really know what there's left for him to do. It seems like they're going with the Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest.
Yeah, because storyline. He beat up Damian Priest at the beginning of the show. And then Damian Priest comes out during the match. Yeah. Beats him up.
And then the main event of the night, the United States Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura losing to L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say...
I think this is the end for Shinsuke Nakamura.
Didn't you say something about he's might leave the company now?
Yeah, I've read that he may be potentially leaving the company.
Is that his decision or is that the company?
I think it's his decision.
I don't blame him. They booked him horribly.
And this was I mean, at Survivor Series, they made him look unstoppable.
Right.
It was almost a squash match because he was just whooping up on LA
They
Knight.
could have done so much with Shinsuke, man, but they didn't pull the strings right, and all they did was just have him stand in the back and look at people.
Yeah, I mean, this whole unstoppable warrior version of him, I think had the chance of maybe pulling off the big win and becoming WWE champion.
Right. But they just didn't do it.
They didn't do it. They didn't do it.
Yeah, it's just... All I'm saying is whenever
I'm glad LA Knight's back on top because I love LA Knight.
Yeah, but also,
At the
like,
same time.
I feel like... I don't know.
Let us know what you guys think.
It just makes me feel like this entire thing was just for no reason. Just a waste of time. Because now what are we going to do with LA Knight at Mania?
I could see them sticking with, like, Andrade again or Carmelo Hayes, putting them in some, honestly, pointless feud.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have maybe seen them work with, like, Drew McIntyre. I think they could have done some cool work with each other.
I would like to see Shinsuke versus someone that maybe, like, 3 or 4 dudes.
Yeah.
At Mania. And then have him win, and that'll push him even more.
And push him even more. Hey. Chill. It's okay.
Makes me sad, man.
Okay. Let's move on to Monday Night Raw.
They have cheated Shinsuke
Let's move on to Monday Night Raw. Let's move on from Shinsuke.
Fine.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk about him at another time. But Raw kicks off from March 10th.
Yeah.
Jey Uso defeating Grayson Waller.
Yep.
Which is then followed by an ambush by Gunther.
Yeah, so Jey Uso defends against Grayson Waller while Austin Theory's on the side. This was because of the week before when they attacked him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because next week it's going to be Jey Uso and Austin Theory going one-on-one.
I just want to say, I still stand by my decision that they are not pushing this rivalry to where it could have been.
It's getting repetitive.
Yeah.
Because for like the last few weeks, it's been Gunther coming out.
Beating up Alpha Academy.
And beating up Jey Uso. Jey Uso's getting beat up by Gunther like every week.
Yeah.
And it's just getting repetitive.
And I want to see those people in the comments.
They need to make us decide, or not decide, but make us care about this rivalry, you know?
Yeah.
They need to give us a reason why we should be so invested in this compared to others. Because I'll tell you this right now. I'm more invested in what's going on with Chelsea Green than I am with what's going on between Jey Uso and Gunther.
I'm more invested with tag team business.
Tag team with New Day and all them, you know, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and American Made stuff than I am Jey Uso and Gunther.
Right.
Give me a reason why I should care about this more than everything else.
I don't know. Maybe I feel like they could have done a little better by maybe like putting Ludwig Kaiser in the mix or something.
I don't know why they don't utilize Ludwig Kaiser.
It's almost as if
Gunther.
they don't even know each other anymore.
Yeah, they're never on screen.
Right.
So we had a little segment with Logan Paul coming out and getting in the face of comedian Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
Starting to whoop up on him.
Yeah, starts beating him up, and then AJ Styles comes out. I like how they brought his old song back.
Yeah, much better.
But I did like the new song, but I think people just know him by his old song.
His old song. But he came out, and I'm guessing it's going to be AJ Styles and Logan Paul at Mania.
Yeah. I mean, they got to get Logan Paul at Mania, and who better than AJ Styles?
AJ Styles.
Now, here's the thing.
That's a match that could go either way.
I really thought AJ Styles was going to be in the U.S. title picture. Not U.S. Intercontinental, yeah.
Well, they were
teasing it. And then they just threw it out the window.
Because next week it's going to be Braun Breaker and Finn Balor.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Braun Breaker and Finn Balor. I don't see Finn Balor being a worthy opponent because he keeps losing.
You have fallen off the Finn Balor train.
Dude.
You used to be so... You used to drive that train.
You want to know why? Because he kept losing every single match he's in, singles-wise. And
he's getting hot. He's getting hot.
Bring Demon Finn Balor back. Get him out of the Judgment Day.
You see the little demon symbols behind him in the backstage segments. So they like to hint at stuff like that a lot.
Didn't they bring him back in 2K as well, the demon version?
You've played it. I haven't. You tell me. I'm sure they have. They usually have that version of him in the game to play.
Mm-hmm.
Next match is The New Day defeating Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio in a tornado tag team match. And this was after a mysterious luchador attacks Dragon Lee.
Dude, this dude could be anybody.
It could be anybody. It's not Chad Gable.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there. We saw in the backstage segment, he was being interviewed by Kathy Kelly.
He just showed up.
Yeah, he just got to the arena. He hadn't been there very long. And then we see the masked luchador.
Yeah.
So it's clearly not him. And he's obviously not involved.
I'm going to make a solid guess here.
Yeah.
You know who I think it is?
Who is it?
I think it's Akira Tozawa.
Wouldn't that be nuts?
Hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
If you look at the body shape.
Looks just like him.
Looks just like him. Chad Gable, on the other hand, it doesn't look like Chad Gable.
He can't be in two places at once.
Right. It could be someone from NXT.
It could be.
I mean, it could be Obafemi.
Now, realistically, what do you think the plan is here? Now, I was thinking, I'm just assuming it's another member of American Made.
Right.
I would assume.
Right.
But obviously, Chad Gable's got to be connected to it somehow, right?
Right, because it said American Made on there.
Yeah.
So either maybe a new member or
I was assuming it was one of the Creed brothers. I assumed,
or maybe it could be like someone like impersonating as them, so they cause a little controversy. Maybe it was Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross
trying to cause a little beef.
I don't know. It could be a new member.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I was waiting. I like how they're making a little bit of a mystery.
Yeah.
Because obviously our first thought was Chad Gable.
But clearly wasn't.
Clearly wasn't him.
Right.
So who else could it be? It could be another member of American Made.
Yeah.
Could be a new member.
Yeah. I mean, it can't be Chad Gable because there were security guards and they were chasing
Security guards were chasing after, hauling the guy out.
Yeah.
And Chad Gable was being interviewed by Kathy Kelly.
Yeah.
I don't know. He did say the security there must suck, though.
They must.
Must just really suck.
They couldn't catch that dude.
No.
That dude ruined the entire show for me, to be honest.
Really, honestly.
Like, let's be honest. New Day wouldn't have won if it wasn't for him. Whoever this perpetrator is.
Now that New Day's won, you think they deserve a title shot?
I think this thing between the New Day and LWO is kind of finished now.
Kind of finishing up now?
Because they beat Rey Mysterio himself.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes came out and called out John Cena.
Yep.
I think they kind of just brought in Cody because it's a Madison Square Garden show and they wanted something big, as many big names as possible, so they brought in Cody. Basically because he kind of just did the same thing he did Friday.
Yeah. They announced that next week on Raw, it's going to be John Cena and Cody Rhodes face-to-face for the first time.
In Belgium.
Yeah.
Which means...
These people are probably going to cheer for Cena.
Well, what I'm trying to say is... Raw here is going to be broadcasted at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So I'm going to be at work.
Yeah.
Just working and have the thing on the side. Just watching Raw.
I don't think I'll be able to watch it. I'll probably watch it later.
But yeah, it's going to be at like 2 p.m. For like the next 3 weeks, it's going to be like in weird times.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah.
I could just watch it on my own time.
Raquel Rodriguez defeated Bayley in a women's Intercontinental title #1 contenders match.
Yeah.
With the help from Liv Morgan, Dom Mysterio.
Classic Judgment Day.
Classic Judgment Day. And then a big segment between Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair.
Yeah, so first it was just Io Sky being interviewed.
By Michael Cole. And then Bianca Belair came out, followed by Rhea Ripley.
Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are getting mad at each other. They're basically saying that those two are the only ones that have a difference in the match.
Yeah. And they're saying that they're disrespecting the genius of the Sky.
Io Sky saying, I'm the champion.
I'm the freaking champ.
You guys should be worried about me.
Rhea pushes her face and even pushes her to the ground.
Slaps.
And then Bianca Belair did the same thing almost. And then, Io Sky slapped both of them.
Yeah, just
saying, I'm the champ. I'm the champ.
And it was to the point where like the slap didn't even like make them beat her up or anything.
No, it's just like okay.
They're just shocked that she did what she did.
Yeah.
Io Sky is the champ, man.
She's champ for a reason.
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
Io Sky is going to win this triple threat
match. I hope so.
I think so.
I was feeling Bianca Belair was going to win. but I hope Io Sky wins.
Well, yeah, I guess if Bianca Belair wins, it kind of adds stuff to the Jade Cargill Naomi stuff, I guess, and then it'll set up for Jade Cargill.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. Moving on to the main event of the night: Seth Rollins versus CM Punk in a steel cage.
The main event.
The main event.
The third match.
Yes.
And
technically, second one-on-one match.
Yeah.
Technically fourth match because they fought in the Rumble.
Does that count though?
And I wouldn't count the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I count one-on-ones as the big matches between people.
Didn't we have 2 other ones though?
Not for CM Punk and Seth Rollins.
Okay, so this is the second one. My bad.
This is the second one.
I just want to say that match was probably going to go until 12 a.m.
Because neither one of them was wanting to escape the cage, honestly.
Or kick it. They were both kicking out of
everything.
Yeah.
They were hitting finishers left and right.
It's making me worried about who's going to get pinned at WrestleMania because surely it's going to be a while.
It's going to be a long match.
It's to the point in that triple threat match, along with them just kicking out everything, there's going to be breakups too.
Yeah. Because Roman Reigns shows up. And it honestly kind of went close to how we predicted in that Roman cost Punk the match by helping. He kind of helps Seth win.
He just pulls him out.
Which gives Seth Rollins the victory.
Then beats up Seth Rollins.
And then hits a spear and all that stuff or Superman punch.
This is, like you said, this is like the tribal chief.
This is tribal chief Roman that we know and love. That held the title for 3 years.
Yeah. And just spears everything out of Seth Rollins.
He sees CM Punk and Paul Heyman in the ring.
That crowd was going nuts. Mm-hmm. CM Punk and Paul Heyman in the ring. I don't know what Paul Heyman was doing.
Checking on his
man.
His man.
He's a Paul Heyman guy, yes.
But is he... But he's the wise man to the tribal chief.
Roman Reigns is saying, hey, you're with me. And he goes in there and absolutely just spears CM Punk.
Well, didn't he first grab Punk and then throw him into the cage?
Yeah.
And then, just starts whooping up on him. And that's when I was like, yes, this is the tribal chief.
Dude, he got that crowd hype, man. And I just want to say, Roman Reigns had no struggle with it as well. He just absolutely demolished.
No.
He Shinsuke Nakamura'd on them, to be honest.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
Yeah, it's looking like we're getting that triple threat match at Mania. Mm-hmm. Does it main event one of the nights?
I think it should main event the first night.
First night, and then have Cody and Cena main event second night?
Yeah. But then people are still saying that the Gunther and Jey Uso match is going to be main event.
I could see Jey Uso and Gunther maybe opening up the night.
Maybe Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk start the second night off.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Moving on.
They could do anything, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to NXT Roadblock. The night kicks off with the TNA Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys, taking on the NXT Tag Team Champions, Fraxium. And this is for the TNA World Tag Team titles.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody knew this match was going to be an absolute banger.
Banger of a match.
And I still think Fraxium is the best tag team in the world. I still believe that. Even if they came up short this match, Hardy Boys picked up the W.
I think they're ready for I keep saying they're ready for the main roster, man.
And it's sounding like we're going to get another match between these guys, this time for the NXT Tag Team titles.
Yeah.
Maybe on a TNA event or something.
Yeah, I can see it. Mm-hmm. So about them moving to the main roster, I feel like the reason they haven't yet is because both the tag team divisions on Raw and SmackDown are great right now.
And when they leave when they leave NXT, what tag team would you like to see kind of take up that mantle as top team?
I don't know.
See, and that's another reason is I feel like right now there's still not quite a team strong enough to take up that mantle.
I think what they're doing right now is waiting for that team that they know can connect with the crowd, that they know can pull off bangers like Fraxium can. Mm-hmm. And they're waiting for it.
Yeah. Next match of the night was Jordan Grace picking up a dominant victory over Roxanne Perez.
Dominant too.
Absolutely dominant.
So maybe she's the next woman up
for the NXT title.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe she's just taking that place of Roxanne Perez.
Because Roxanne Perez is looking like she's moving on up.
She's moving on up. I don't see why not. With her going to Elimination Chamber and Royal Rumble. So
Next match was NXT champion Obafemi defeating TNA World Champion Moose.
I mean, Obafemi.
Woo.
Dude.
Dominant victory. Obafemi, I don't see anybody taking this title off of him. I can't think of someone that's going to be able to take the title from him. Other than maybe like Ricky Saints, who's, real hot right now. But obviously that can fade.
I think it's going to be a really long bit until...
Yeah, I think he's going to be champion for a while.
I think he should hold the title for the longest time.
You think?
I think so. I think
that's a while. That's going to be a while.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Because they got to wait for someone that's good enough to take that off of him.
Yeah, I'm saying Ricky Saints is coming in.
You're saying it?
I'm saying it.
He's saying it, folks.
Javon Evans defeats Ethan Page in a New York City street fight.
Yep.
Javon Evans getting the best of Ethan Page tonight.
Dude, I'm still on the Ethan Page train, man. I'm still on it. I think that this dude he could be something, man.
And it's looking like they're going to do some work with him and Ricky Saints.
Yeah.
Which I think will be really good. I think those two will complement each other very well. Main event time. It is title for title. It is NXT Women's North American Champion Stephanie Valkyrie taking on NXT Women's Champion Julia.
Yeah.
Title for title.
Guess who wins?
Stephanie Valkyrie.
What can I say? First
woman to ever hold both the NXT Women's Championship and NXT Women's North American Championship. She's Stephanie two belts.
Yeah, she's on fire right now. Now here's the thing.
I've heard they did this, and they did this early because I guess Julia is needing some time off for injury wise. So they did this to get the title off of her, and obviously pushing Stephanie to the moon right now.
My question is, are we going to keep this as a dual title thing, or are people just going to challenge for one title at a time? Or I don't know.
That's a good question. I think she'll hold it for a little bit, maybe a month. I don't think she'll be two champs for a long while.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But point is that she's up there, and I think
right now she's double champ.
If she does lose a title, might as well be the North American Championship.
I could see someone like Cora Jade coming in and taking a title from her.
Yeah,
one of the titles.
I think Cora Jade is up there, man. She'll be coming for her, man. Shout out Cora Jade.
Anything else you'd like to say about any of these shows before we move on?
What are we going to move on to?
I figured, you got a little taste of some 2K action this week. I figured you give us your 2 cents.
Okay. But what else do we want to talk about? Is there anything?
I mean, we're getting closer to Mania.
Minds?
We're still a little more than a month away.
Yeah.
But Mania's starting to take shape. We're starting to see what it's going to roughly look like.
Right.
We're getting Cody and Cena. We're getting Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
We're getting Jey Uso, Gunther. We're clearly going to get something with Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And then obviously Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair.
I think the only thing
Jade Cargill, Naomi.
Right. The only thing I'm thinking about right now is the U.S. title picture for Mania.
Right, because
I'm just so...
And here's the thing. People are still on the LA Knight hype train.
Yeah.
When his music hits, that crowd lights up.
Here's the thing, though.
You got Jacob Fatu in there,
right.
Solo Sikoa.
They gotta have LA Knight at Mania. There's no reason not to.
I'm assuming they're gonna do at least, because it's becoming a Mania thing again, is a ladder match.
Yeah.
Probably for some title. And we got so many titles now, not all of them are gonna be on the card.
Right.
I don't think the Women's Intercontinental Championship is gonna be on the card. I would be surprised.
It hasn't done anything, yeah.
I could see potentially them putting the Women's United States somewhere there, especially because Chelsea Green is
on fire
right now. Obviously, tag team titles, it's looking like, especially the SmackDown tag team titles, we're getting like a fatal 4-way tag team match or something.
Right.
With DIY, Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, Pretty Deadly, or Los Garza or something. And we forgot to mention there was a segment on SmackDown where, was it Andrade confronted, was it Angel? Mm-hmm. Or Humberto, or which one was it?
It was Humberto.
Backstage.
Because...
saying that he's got more potential, which I've always thought he's kind of had the look.
Right.
A good look to him. To where he could maybe do something. And the talent.
I forgot about that. So after they lost that triple threat, Santos Escobar was like digging into them. He was like, you shouldn't take that and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think maybe Andrade's going to take both Humberto and Angel from Santos.
Under his ring? Yeah. Under his wing?
Yeah. He also has that look to where he can be like a leader of a little group thingy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
We'll see. All right, let's hear some 2K stuff.
Where do you want to start?
Well, what have you enjoyed the most so far? Roster stacked.
Oh yeah, the roster. That's probably my favorite thing right now. It's just how stacked the roster is. Because I accidentally got the game early, so I have like all the people without unlocking them and stuff. I want to say though, overalls. I don't know who did the overalls in this game.
It's so weird.
Some of them are booty.
Have you played any of the showcase? Have you dipped your toes into that?
Yeah, I played showcase. I haven't beat it yet because it's so hard on legend mode.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I've beaten a lot of it. There's a part where you have to do like a war games thing, and you have to still do objectives during that. So you have to make sure people don't get pinned while you're trying to do those.
Yeah,
it's pretty rough. So I've just taken a break from it. But no, it's so much better this year.
Yeah,
the cutscenes, they made it to the point to where it's like fun still.
Mm-hmm.
There's things they could definitely do to improve it still, but it's better than last year.
Good. Universe mode,
better than last year. Still needs improvement. I just don't like the rivalry system.
Yeah, it can get complicated.
Yeah, and it's just limited to things.
Yeah.
It limits like your creativity, I guess, and cutscenes and stuff. You can't do cutscenes on pay-per-views, which is absolutely. So you can't have cash-ins or anything on pay-per-views, which is absolutely annoying.
Yeah.
No betrayals, nothing. Just a match.
Yeah.
Played anything else? Universe mode is cool to where like you can have like multiple shows on different nights and like you can have like 2 WrestleMania nights, or you can have Raw and SmackDown on the same day. So, and also just like managing teams and superstars is a lot easier now. It used to be so complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Universe mode right now. It's pretty good.
Good.
NXT is actually workable because they have so many people in there now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like some of the NXT people that they got in there now, like Lexus King and
I haven't played
Ethan Page.
My Rise yet because they've had this glitch to where like you get in like the draft and the game just crashes every time.
Interesting.
So people are really mad about that.
Well, they got to fix that.
They're going to fix it. But still, I've made my guy superstar. I still need to make my female superstar for it because it's both of them.
You gotta make both of them. They did that one year, I think. They did like a career mode or something where you had to have both.
Which I kind of like, just so you don't.
You don't gotta play it twice.
They want you to play it over and over again because there's so many different decisions and rewards. Right. But I don't want to do that.
It's just a lot to do.
Yeah. The island, exactly what we all feared. It's just pay
to play.
Yeah.
If you want to actually have fun,
you have to pay like $30 to like get shoes.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't care enough to do that.
Yeah. And also, you know how they added like new paybacks to the game and stuff, where it's like you push people into the refs and stuff. All of that new stuff you have to unlock in the island.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of trash.
All the new stuff unlocked in the island. Which makes no sense because a lot of that stuff I could use.
Yeah.
But.
Is what it is.
What else is there?
I'm assuming you probably haven't dipped your toes in GM mode yet.
No, I haven't. I feel like GM mode is more fun with like other people. Not like by yourself.
Yeah.
And also I just don't like playing online with 2K servers.
Yeah.
So. But I've just been. So they've added like more match types and stuff, and like added more like things to do.
What are the new match types? You got Underground.
You got Underground. You got Bloodline Rules.
Yeah.
I do like the Bloodline Rules match.
Have you tried it out?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
It is pretty cool, yeah.
Cool.
Because you can, like... You can have, like, 8 people in the ring at once. They're just all beating each other up. It's like a full-on war. What else? Maybe not this episode. Maybe another episode we could talk about how booty the overalls are. Or, like, go through every overall and say, like, which ones we think should...
Are realistic and ones aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because there's some that are...
Horrible.
I had to change myself.
Horrible.
I had to change him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for the most part, it sounds like a solid game from what I've heard.
It's better than last year. It just feels cleaner. I will say, though, you know how they added the submissions to where, like, you can actually, like, chase and stuff? It's too easy.
Really?
You can, like, damage them, like, a tiny bit and still get into the submit in the beginning of the match.
Yeah.
So, they need to fix that.
The camera angles I think they've added are super cool. Like you can do during the entrances,
yeah,
and even during the match. Like the third person camera is kind of neat.
Yeah, those are sick. I love.
And like I was saying, like the third person might help you a bit, like during like a Hell in a Cell match,
right?
To be able to see a little bit better.
No, you're definitely right.
Because I remember that was an issue I would have sometimes when I would play them. Is I would just have trouble seeing.
I'm having a lot more fun with the entrances, just seeing like all the different angles.
You can do.
Yeah. I do like the entrances. They also added camera cuts for like taunts and stuff.
Yeah.
So like if you're like taunting, it'll like zoom in on your person, does like a cool thing. What else? One thing I will say though is if you're playing on Legend mode and you're playing in Universe, they'll kick out every finisher, and it makes all the matches unrealistic. Like Akira Tozawa kicks out of the finisher.
That's a bad example because that's Akira Tozawa. He kicks out of everything.
Okay, my bad.
The man.
Grayson Waller.
Kicks out of everything. Yeah. We'll see. Getting better every year.
It's getting better every year. I wish they would go a little quicker in their progression.
Yeah.
So I don't have to pay for every game. And yeah. I accidentally bought the versions where you get all the season pass stuff. So
what do you mean accidentally bought it? You chose to buy it.
No, so what happened was like I had my card locked whenever I tried buying the original copy. So it wouldn't charge my card at all. But it still let me play the game and stuff. So I was like, not let me play it still had the game like downloaded and stuff. It said I would be able to play it. So I was like, I don't know, maybe if I try getting another version, maybe it'll actually charge my card. But no, it just added $30 to the. So it just charged my card $30.
Okay.
And then like a few days later, it charged the actual game. So I just bought the other thing for no reason. But hey, I got the game early.
You got the game early.
It was worth it.
There you go. All right, get us out of here.
Let us know what you guys think about everything we talked about. Give us ideas, feedback, things we can do.
Yes.
Things we can do to make this better. We might need to give you a new punishment because I wasn't supposed to play the game for a month.
Yeah, he lied about it because we all believed he wouldn't.
No one believed I wouldn't play it.
I thought he'd have some integrity and honesty to himself to not play it. But clearly he didn't.
Do you want me to spin the wheel next time? No.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, we're going to have you spin the wheel next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel a lot better about that.
All right, we'll spin the wheel next week.
Yeah.
All right, get us out of here.
Magic Tyler, Caysen Smith, and we will tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Stop. See you in the next one.